to my YouTube channel. I'm Renee with Renee's Creative Casa. In today's video, we are going to be working on 3 more traditional colored, really easy Valentine's DIYs. Most of the items that I used today did come from the Dollar Tree, but some of them came from some other local craft stores. Do not be afraid to shop at those places. Their prices can be a little bit high, but also be aware that the Dollar Tree has super inexpensive items that you can use to turn anything into amazing works of art and beautiful decor for your home. So without further ado, let's get to crafting.
Okay guys, for this first Dollar Tree DIY, we are going to be using this heart-shaped wreath form from the Dollar Tree, as well as the deco mesh, the red and the pink. It's the one that has the little foam balls in it. We're going to also need some pipe cleaners. We're going to need some scissors, the hot glue gun, and I'm going to be using these 3 ribbons. 2 of these came from the Dollar Tree and the buffalo check I got at Hobby Lobby during my Christmas haul. I will have that video linked above if you guys want to go and check that out. So we're going to start by just rolling off some lengths of this deco mesh, maybe 6 to 8 inches a piece, so you guys can see I'm kind of like measuring it here, and then I decided that that's a little bit too complicated, so I just start doing it kind of one color at a time. I am going to stack these on top of each other, alternate with the pink and the red. So I am going to keep them separated while I start, and then once I get several of these wrapped off, I will go ahead and start kind of rolling them into bundles. Okay, so now that I have a bunch of these lengths cut off, I'm just going to take a red and I'm just kind of going to bundle it up, and then I'm going to take a pink and bundle it up as well. And then I'm going to use a pipe cleaner to tie this bundle together, and then once I get this bundle tied together, I'm going to tie it onto my wreath form. I will show you guys on the back how it looks once you tie it on there, so that you can see. I think I go right into the middle rung of this heart-shaped wreath form. And then I'm going to alternate. When I put these bundles on, I'm going to use the top, the middle, and the bottom, so that once I push all these little bundles together, the wreath is really full and it really stands out. I feel like once I get it done, I don't feel like it really looks like a heart anymore. So I feel like when you're using this particular wreath form, you have to be careful, and you really have to plan out your decorations for it, because it can end up looking a little muddled and not really come out looking exactly like a heart. So just be aware of that if you're going to use this this particular wreath form. So this is what it looks like when I have almost all of the bundles on here. I just have 2 or 3 more bundles to add on here, and then I'll be completed with the little deco mesh part of this wreath. So you guys can see here that the pink and the red really stands out. I think these colors together are just so pretty, and it's just, you know, they're just the traditional Valentine's Day colors, but I just feel like the red and the pink just really bring my home to life, and it just adds just those beautiful pops of color that you're looking for when you think of Valentine's and when you think of love and romance. So I think this really turned out adorable, but once I lay it down right here, you guys can kind of see that it has kind of lost its heart shape. So I do have a plan to fix that, and you guys may want to stay tuned to check that out. So here's a little wreath after I get all the deco mesh on it, but I decided that I don't really like how it looks because I feel like it's lost its shape. So I'm going to take this beautiful glitter heart that I also got at the Dollar Tree, and I only picked up one of these, and I don't honestly know why I picked it up other than the fact that I just loved it when I saw it. So I'm going to hot glue it onto the front, and then I'm going to use the ribbon to put on either side of that one. I'm not sure which side yet. I guess it just kind of depends on what I feel like it looks like once I get to that point. So I'm just going to pop the sign off, the tag off at the top, and then I'm going to put a ton of hot glue on here because I want to make sure that it sticks. I'm going to put this wreath on my back door, and that door faces the sun, and I don't know if you guys are aware or not, or if you've ever had this experience, but when your wreath that has a lot of hot glue on it, when it's in the sun, that hot glue can heat up and melt off. So I want to make sure that I put a lot on there to make sure that this little heart stays on pretty good. And then after I get the little heart on there, I think it really looks adorable. I think it really just ties it together, and it's just super cute. Don't know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this right here. I think it's just super cute. Now I'm going to be using my Easy Bow Maker, and I'm going to make a bow using these 3 ribbons, and my base ribbon is going to be the black and white buffalo check that I got at Christmas time, and I think I got it for like 50% off from Hobby Lobby, and I ended up getting 2 rolls of it, and I think this is like, I'm trying to look and see on there, I think it's about 100 yards or 75 yards, so it's a big roll of ribbon. So don't feel like I'll be running out of this ribbon anytime soon, especially because it got me through my buffalo check themed Christmas all the way through to Valentine's Day, and I still have a lot of it left. So I'm just going to be using my Easy Bow Maker to do that, and you just start by running your ends through there and then cross it over. The bottom layer of my ribbon is going to be 8 inches, and then I'm going to go about 7 inches width. I'm going to do the solid pink ribbon next, and then I'm going to do the other beautiful heart ribbon on the top of that, so that I can kind of have a solid color in between the 2 patterns. And you guys can see that all I'm doing is running the end of it down through there, through my little slats, and then I'm just going to make a little bow on that side, a little loop on that side, and cross back over, and then make sure my tails are going down toward the same way, and that all my lengths are about the same distance. And then I'm just going to cut it right there. And this next ribbon I got at Dollar Tree as well. It is really pretty. It feels like it's almost like a velvet type material, but it is really pretty. And I don't think it is a velvet, but it is more of a cloth type material. But I wanted to put this one on the top because I wanted to have the patterns offset by the solid ribbon that is in the middle. And this ribbon is going to be 6 inches. So I have an 8, a 7, and a 6 inch. And then those 3 lengths together are going to make a beautiful stacked bow for my wreath. Okay, so once I get all of my ribbons stacked on there together, I'm just going to pull it off of the bow maker, and I'm going to use a pipe cleaner to tie it off in the back, and I'm going to make sure that I tie this really well. I want to make sure my ribbon stays tied, my bow stays tied really good. And then I'm just going to fluff everything and then make sure my tails are all facing the right way. And then once I get this turned around, I'm going to go ahead and dovetail the ends of my ribbon. And you just do that by folding your ribbon in half and just cutting on an angle. And you guys can see once you do that and you open your tail back up, it just gives it that really finished look on there. So after I did that, I realized that my tails weren't even the same length. So I went back and made that adjustment, but you guys can see here that I'm going to dovetail both sides of this. And then I'm going to get ready to attach it to my wreath. And I just attached it here to this top corner of the heart by using just a dab of hot glue on there. And this is what my little completed wreath looks like. I think it turned out really adorable. Here it is hanging on the door in the house. You guys can see that this ribbon looks really cute. I love the buffalo check. I think that black and white really brings a pop to this wreath. It just brings in a little bit different color that you're not expecting when you look at a Valentine wreath, but I think it turned out really pretty. You guys let me know in the comments down below if you are obsessed with this wreath like I am, if you're going to be trying to recreate it, or if you like the colors, or would you do it the same way, or would you change it? For this next Dollar Tree DIY, we're going to be using this little red truck, and I'm going to also be using these little metallic signs. They're little metal signs and they have different little words on them. We're going to be using this table scatter as well as some of these picks, and then of course we're going to be using some florals. My idea with this little red truck is to make it look like it is a truck carrying like a big bouquet of fresh flowers. So I'm going to start by cutting off the little hearts on there. I'm just going to use my wire cutters and I'm going to snip off the little hearts that already came pre-made on the truck. And I just want to see kind of what it looks like once I get those off, to see if I feel like my idea for this is going to work or not. And you guys can see that now it's just a little red truck with nothing in the back. So I decided it's going to be perfect for this little project. I'm going to go ahead and pop off the Happy Valentine's Day sign from the front of it, and these are just pretty easy to peel off. I think they had it attached with little dots of hot glue, but it wasn't really anything too big to get off. And now it truly is like a small, just plain little red truck. But I'm going to use some of this table scatter, and I was thinking originally that I was going to use red hearts to cover the white on the wheels, and I put the red hearts down, and then I decided that because the truck was red, that it kind of took away from the fact that the hearts were there. So I did decide to go with the larger pink hearts out of this table scatter. And I did just put those on there, and then I just hot glued them in place, and I just kind of outlined the heart and then put a little bit around the edges, and then I'm just going to stick it down flat on there. And I think those looked really good to cover up the little white spots on the wheels. I mean, I know you're not going to be, it's not going to be, you know, turning, and it's not going to look like a heart when you start moving the wheels on it, but these wheels don't move, so this was going to be cute to be pretty stationary. I'm then going to look and see which one of these little metal signs that I'm going to use, and I decided I'm going to use Valentine because it is longer, so it takes up a good length of the truck. And I attach that just by putting hot glue on it. But you guys, when you do this, you have to work really quickly, because for some reason or another, when you're putting the hot glue on this tin, it gets very hard very fast, so you have to work with it quickly. And then once you have it on there, it is very hot, so be careful with that. Just keep that in mind as you're working on this project if you decide you're going to try to recreate this. So after I got the Valentine on there, I do really like it. I think it turned out really cute. So now I'm just going to start by taking some of my red roses. I got some red and some white roses, as well as some baby's breath, but I don't actually use the baby's breath in there. I just go with the red and the white and the picks. But I just kind of cut these off pretty close to the ends, and then I can make adjustments as I go. But once I get everything cut off and I get everything lined up where I want it to, I turned this thing back over, the truck back over, and I actually began to kind of place my flowers in the arrangement that I feel like I want them to be in. I originally was going to do it from the back side, and then I realized that I wouldn't really be able to see what it looked like from the front. So you guys can see that I flipped it over, and then I just kind of start pressing my roses down in there, kind of in the order that I want them in, because I do want it to look like this truck is carrying a ton of roses in the back of it. So once I get them placed down in there the right way, I'm just going to flip it over, and I'm going to hot glue them in place kind of the best way that I can. After I got all of my roses put on there, I did just put hot glue on there, and then I just used a strip of ribbon to kind of make sure that all my roses stayed in place. And then I am going to trim some of the longer stems using my wire cutter so that I don't have that extra stem sticking out. And this is what it looks like from the front so far. And then once I get it turned over, I realize that I need to add a few more little roses down in there, but I just go in between the roses that I already have there and the ribbon, and the hot glue is still not set all the way, so it does pretty good to go ahead and slide down in there. Once I get all of my roses in there where I want them at, I go ahead and start getting ready to add in some of these picks. And I guess I want to say I was working fast enough because the hot glue here still hadn't dried, so I was able to go in with the pink and the red. These are the hollow shaped picks. I don't think I used any of the solid ones. I did just end up using the hollow ones, but the glue was still not set all the way, so I was able to just push those down in there, and then as the glue set up later, they just kind of held in place really good. So I think this little project turned out really cute, and once I show you guys how it looks when it's standing up, it is really adorable. See, there it is. It's like so cute. It looks like this little red truck is full of fresh roses and hearts to deliver to his sweetie on Valentine's Day, and I'm in love with it. It is super cute. So for this last Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to be using this love sign as well as these glitter heart stickers, some faux pearls, and a piece of scrap ribbon. I do really like this sign. I think it's really beautiful as is. I picked it up in my Dollar Tree Valentine's walkthrough. I will have that linked above if you guys want to go check that video out. But I'm just going to embellish this just a little bit by adding a little ribbon on here. I'm going to take this piece of scrap ribbon and tie it into a little bow and attach it to the corner, and then I'm going to use some stickers and a pearl to embellish it a little bit and fancy it up, and then I'm just going to continue using it for the rest of the Valentine's Day season. I have had this sitting on my shelf, exactly as is because I love it so much, but I do just want to add just a little bit to it, so I'm not going to do too much. And you guys will be able to see what I do. So if you guys like this, let me know in the comments down below. I'm just going to attach my bow here with a little dab of hot glue, and then I'm going to use these little stickers that I got at the Dollar Tree. They are labeled just as stickers, but they are the ones that have the little openings in them. So I'm going to be using the smaller red hearts, and I'm going to be using some of the medium hearts to place on my sign. And here is the completed little sign. I think it turned out really cute. Like I said, it was already really adorable, so I think just adding these few little things to it and kind of keep it simple like it already was is really adorable. Here are all three of my completed DIYs for the day. I am in love with all three of them. I think they are all really adorable, and they all just really speak to the spirit and the color of traditional Valentine's Day. I love the fact that I didn't have to spend a lot of money on these. They are simple, and yet they are very beautiful at the same time. I think this is probably one of my most favorite wreaths that I've ever done. I really love it. I was a little bit upset that it didn't keep its form originally, but then after I added the little sparkle heart on the top of it, I think it turned out really beautiful. And like I say, I think all these are really gorgeous traditional Valentine's Day color decorations. You guys let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about these little decorations, and if you'll be trying to recreate any of these yourself. I will be happy to hear from you guys.
Hey y'all, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and watching me put these beautiful little DIYs together. You guys can give these a try for yourself. You can use these for inspo, or you can come up with something completely different. If you guys do use these for inspiration, or you come up with something different on your own, go over to Renee's Creative Casa on Facebook and be sure to post it there so we can all enjoy everybody's craft together. That is a public group, so everyone should be able to find it. All you have to do is go over there and search for it, and you will find it. Thank you so much for watching my video today. If you are new here, I hope you will consider liking this video, as well as subscribing to my YouTube channel and turning on your post notifications so you get a notification every single time that I upload a video, which is Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. I hope to see you over on Renee's Creative Casa on Facebook, and welcome, and thanks again for watching.